Students, welcome to my Google Classrooms. Today I'm going to teach you about conditionals. There are different types of conditionals. You have zero, first, second, and third conditionals. But today I'm going to teach you only two types of conditionals, that is, zero and first conditionals. So what is conditional sentences? I'm going to teach you the first type of conditional sentence. Zero conditionals. Let's take a look on different sentences so that you can understand what is zero conditionals. Zero conditionals usually talks about facts and general truth. For example, if you do not wear mask while having flu, you can spread flu virus to others. So it is talking about a general truth. Next, if you exercise regularly, you stay in shape. This is a general truth. When a player gets the ball in the net, he scores a point. Alright, as you look at this example, you can see that we are talking about the facts. So whenever we are talking about the facts, we call this type of sentence as zero conditionals. Pay attention on the tense it used in the zero conditional. For zero conditional, usually we use present tense. If you do not wear, look at those underlined words. Do not wear is a present tense. Can spread, also present tense. Exercise, present tense. When the player gets the ball, also present tense. Scores as well as present tense. So whenever we talk about facts or general truth, we use present tense. As you look at those sentences, you realize if and when are being used. These are called conjunction. If and when can be used interchangeably. So you can use when instead of if in zero conditional. For example, I can change the first sentence as when you do not wear mask while having flu, you can spread flu virus to others. Second sentence, when you exercise regularly, you stay in shape. The third sentence, I can change when into if. If a player gets the ball in the net, he scores a point. So, when and if are used interchangeably. Now, let's take a look on another conditional sentence. We call first conditional. What is first conditional? First conditional talks about something that is likely to happen in the present or in the future. Let's look at those examples. If you do not do your homework on time, you will have hard time to finish all the accumulated assignment in the end. If Tabitha does that again, she could get a red card. My parents might or may buy me a present if I win the tournament. Pay attention to those sentences. As you can see, we are talking about something that is likely to happen either in the present or in the future. Although it is not 100% confirmed, but you know that it is likely to happen. The probability of happening will be around 50 to 75%. And you also notice that may, might is used, may, might, could is used in first conditional. In first conditional, may, might, or could can be used. You do not really need to use present tense. May, might, could will indicate probability, possibility, something that is likely to happen in present or in the future. Okay, let's take a look. Let's pay attention on several factors. When the if or when clause incomplete sentence comes before the main clause, that is complete sentence, remember to use a comma. Okay, for example, if Tabitha does it again, she could get a red card. You see that if or when clause, after if or when clause, you see a red comma here, the red comma here. If Tabitha does it again, this sentence is called incomplete clause. Whereas she could get a red card, this one is a main clause, or we call it complete clause. If clause, or when clause is placed in front of the main clause, comma is followed after the clause. So make sure, but if your main clause is placed in front, you do not need to put a comma here. Okay, let's try out A, exercise A, page 73. You will tell me the answer. Okay, which conditional is used to talk about something that is likely to happen in the present or in the future? The answer is first conditional. Correct. Okay, let's move on to second question. Which conditional is used to talk about facts and general truth? Zero conditional. Correct. Third question. Which conditional can you use when instead of if? Zero conditional. Yes, correct. Number 4. Which conditional can we also use may, might, or could with? First conditional. Bingo, correct. Okay. Now I want you guys to try out exercise B, C, and D. For exercise C, you need to match and then write sentences in your exercise book using first conditional. Still remember what is first conditional? First conditional, we normally use present tense to indicate facts or general truth. For example, the matching number 1, be thirsty, is matched to drink some water. So you need to make a sentence in your exercise book. You should drink some water if you are thirsty. This type of sentence, we call it first conditional. You should drink some water is a present tense. If you are thirsty, are is a present tense. Okay, let's take a look on second example. When you feel cold, you do what? Put on a sweatshirt. So how do you make a sentence? I might put on a sweatshirt if I feel cold. So this is a general truth. If you feel cold, you would want to put on a sweatshirt. So you can use I might put on a sweatshirt. You can also say I put on a sweatshirt if I feel cold. You do not need to use might here. You can use might or you do not need to use might. Both are acceptable. Alright. So after you finish doing all the exercises B, C, and D, you check your answer with the answer key provided. Use red pen to mark your work, take a picture, and send to Google Classroom as submission of homework. Have fun and learn well.